I don't think it's much of a surprise how much I love Team Fortress 2. Made over 20 videos on it, collaborated with Sin, and I play it almost every day. It's a game that I never get tired of for more than maybe a week. I know what I like about the game, if it isn't obvious. What about the guy who's never played a single round? Maybe all they've seen are the Meet the Team videos and think, oh, whoa, I wish this was a game or something. Well, to figure things out, I decided to go undercover. I made a new free-to-play Steam account and joined in with a fresh new perspective. It was pretty sweet getting the rush of earning achievements again, I'm not gonna lie. Beating opponents that were obviously below my skill level is also a bit of a guilty pleasure. I had to stop myself though. I was enjoying things. I already did. I had to set myself back into the mind of a brand new player. So I reset all my keybinds, my options, my field of view, everything. I reset everything back to default and was dead set on getting an authentic fresh install experience. What happened isn't very great, I'll be honest. Obviously, I was getting into games with people at my skill level, though occasionally I would get god-tier players that were masters of the games, wearing tons of cosmetics, unlockable weapons, strange and unusual taunts going around on both teams. It was a lot. With the lack of high FOV, I kept getting blindsided by spies, rockets, and various other annoyances. Okay, but I have 8 years worth of knowledge under my belt. I know how to change all these things, but again, the average fresh install won't know they can update their settings or try out a training mode. Because when the average new player gets to the main menu, they are gonna wanna hop into a game as soon as they possibly can! They don't know anything about map filtering, picking a favorite game mode, class matchup, knowing how to utilize a vendor medic, looking out for spies. You wanna know how truly bad TF2 is at helping new players? When I first got the game, way back in 2013, I didn't know how to Ubercharge because there was no button prompt to do so. There's no medic training mode that shows you the basics, so I would walk around with a full Uber not even knowing how to use it. Other than how amazing the Meet the Team videos are, the other reason I got into TF2 was because of the weird world of Gmod animations and freak fights. I wanted to try out the Versus Saxton Hale mode that I thought was an official game mode. That brings me to my next point. New players aren't going to know how to get into a community game, especially when during these trying times, a community server is one of the few places that you get some minor reprieve from the constantly invading forces of evil that you know exactly what I'm talking about. When a new player opens up a game and this is what they see, do you want this to be their first experience with Team Fortress? I didn't think so. A new player is not going to know how to get into a community server to save himself from what's going on here. And furthermore, to get to the community tab, you gotta go all the way down here, you gotta click on this button, they get this ugly gray box that hasn't been overhauled in over 10 years. They can't end up on a server they actually want because the filtering system is completely broken, so they click on whatever random line of text that's too small to read, and they end up in hell. Ooh-wee. Just another fantastic day in 2-Fort. You know, think I'll build a teleporter to help my team sneak into the red base, and, you know what, forget it. Think I'll just rock a jump on over there myself to claim that briefcase. And I'll get rid of this soldier while I'm at it. Yeehaw! Would a new player want this to be their first experience of TF2? In the current modern environment of online gaming, with countless amounts of other shooters they could be playing, would anyone want to step outside and be instantly killed like this? No. Because they get annoyed and go play Minecraft or something. Or, let's say they get into a game. They have this happen to them.
60 seconds.
You know what's gonna happen after this? They're gonna say, oh, that's not fun, and they're gonna turn it off. Or, and oh how I pray to the lords that this doesn't happen. But imagine if they queue up and their first ever match is on De Groot Keep. They pick the guy that has the big gun and they think to themselves, where is my big gun? What is no doubt the largest offense, though, is something that cannot be ignored. Communication in most online games is a necessity. How else am I supposed to thank the sniper I headshot for the compliment? Warn my team about spies, or the NG who's about to have his life utterly obliterated? How am I supposed to call for medic when I'm on my last breath and he just ignores me because I have no hats or weapons? Voice communication as a free-to-play account is completely disabled. This means you can't voice chat, obviously, but it goes even beyond that. Because for some reason, Valve and their team of utter geniuses decided that you can't even use voice commands. You know, these! completely unavailable to use. No calling for medic, no asking for a dispenser, no spy checking, nothing. You're essentially a mute brick with a gun as a free-to-play. Of course, you could always just spend money to regain the ability of basic speech, but who would want to do that? Bottom line, the modern 2021 free-to-play experience is one full of constant disdain and discrimination. If I didn't have 8+ years worth of skills, I'd be stomped, and nobody would say a word. I wouldn't get called out in the chat for being bad, I would just get destroyed, over and over again. And maybe told to try again later. Current free-to-plays deserve better, because we were all there at some point. It's up to us to make sure they get a better first-time experience, because we all know Valve won't do anything about it themselves.